I'm going to repurpose an old book. So I've just grabbed a really old book that was been sitting in one of the boxes here. And yeah, I just thought I'd have a bit of fun with you guys using all the products that we have in store slowly over time, using products that we have and maybe even products that aren't in the store but you might still have in your stash, that I've got in my stash. But I just wanted to have some fun doing some art and yeah, just reconnecting and trying to yeah, get some mixed media, art journaling, whatever, done, because I'm not doing it, and I thought this year's the year. So what have I done? I've actually gone and brought these beautiful mood boards. Okay, so they're colour cubes by Sarah Renee Clark, and there's some instructions. There's you can go online and look at some of the things that she does with the mood boards, but I thought that I would actually start with this sort of behind me to try and help me create some art. And another reason why, I just feel like I need to reconnect, and I haven't done any of it. So I'm going to start with doing videos, and we'll see. I might go live with them. Eventually I might get a few done live, who knows, but I'm going to at least give it a whirl. So what I've done so far is that I'm going to decorate my cover. That'll be a video in itself. But what I've gone through and done is I have stuck some pages together. All right, I've pulled out a couple of pages, and I'll probably pull out a few pages of my book as I go. I've started making some pockets. What I do as I go moving forward, I don't know. Every page will take on something different. But I have going to use the number one, the first out of that colour box. I'm going to use the first mood board, and it has these colours. Now, the medium I'm going to use today is so I'm going to use the Tim Holtz pencils. So I've got I had to go and grab these. I've got set 2 and set 1 because these nearly match what's on there. So I'll just grab these out. I've got a yellow, sort of a little bit about maybe this shade, and I want to show you the back of these boards in a minute too. These cards with the yellow, got the pink. I'm actually going to use the deeper pink, and this colour is, yeah. So I'm hoping these are the colours that I'm going to use, with obviously a little bit of black and a little bit of white maybe. And on the back they've got the shades that you can go into. Alright, so you can use these shades as well. So I could make up these shades. It's going to be a bit difficult because I'm going to use the pencils, but if you're using paint, I'll try and mix up some of the colours on my glass mat. I'm doing a project for our next virtual, the Tapestry of Worldly Talents, that's coming up in April, and I'm actually doing a project using these pencils, but I'm just going to get some colour down, and yeah, and just see. Now I'm going to actually just spritz this. I've actually gone and also gessoed my page too. So I did, just going to put some water on here with white gesso. Put some colour on. Bit of butter brush, Jen. Big space there. That's better. So when using these, the deeper, I've found, like any watercolour, you can wash it out with a bit of water. I've got no idea what I'm doing as far as what it's going to look like. I just putting colour down and seeing how. I use some yellow. So it's handy to have your paper towel with you so you can wipe off any of the excess. And I have to tell you, it's the first time that I have experimented in using these pencils like this. So it's quite, and the colour board I haven't used. A colour board like this as a reference, so it'll be interesting to see how it goes. The reason with the gesso, putting gesso on my page, it's I sort of sealed it. It's good for yeah, you can wipe off. But we're doing another clear. I'm going to use some clear gesso shortly once I get this all dried off and get this covered with a bit of colour. Let's see what happens here. And of course, we're not using really good watercolour paper. Remember, we're using an old book, so you're going to get different, you're going to get the same techniques as you would if you're using good watercolour paper. See where we're getting. I'm thinking I'm going to do some paint marking, and I'm going to use some of these stamps on there, and I might put a little bit of paper on there. We'll just see if I can't dry it off, and come back in when I have dried that off for you.